January 3rd, 2018, a major and extremely powerful blizzard hits the United States, causing severe disruption along the East Coast. The storm is named the Bomb Cyclone.
A massive winter storm is slamming the East Coast, making travel extremely dangerous. Tens of millions of Americans are affected. Winter weather watches and warnings stretch from North Carolina to Maine. The powerful system is being called a bomb cyclone. The powerful system is being called a bomb cyclone.
Bomb cyclone.
Much of the U.S. East Coast is seeing historic cold temperatures, wind chill alerts, frozen water, traffic pileups, and there is plenty more on the way.
Yes, this is what they call the explosive cyclogenesis.
Notice this reporter mentions the term explosive cyclogenesis. An explosive cyclogenesis is also referred to as a weather bomb, meteorological bomb, explosive development, or bombogenesis. By naming this blizzard in this manner, the media intentionally connected it with the dropping of a bomb. This practice is called predictive programming. Predictive programming occurs when conspirators plan a false flag operation, then hide references to it in the popular media before the planned atrocity takes place. Once the event occurs, the public has already been subconsciously programmed to accept it, and therefore will passively accept the explanation of the events when it actually occurs. The American public is now being predictively programmed to accept a nuclear attack,
Bomb cyclone,
which will most likely occur on the northeast coast of the United States. It is important to mention the theory concerning the effect called nuclear winter, which occurs after a nuclear bomb is dropped.
In the early 1980s, Carl Sagan gave Americans a new reason to fear nuclear war.
With darkened skies, freezing temperatures,
perpetual darkness and extreme cold in which all human life might end.
It is known as nuclear winter.
Pentagon has accepted as valid the theory of a nuclear winter.
At the same time the United States East Coast was being hit by a bomb cyclone, the media was also reporting on a bombshell book entitled Fire and Fury, which reveals scandalous information about the chaos and dysfunction in the White House under Donald Trump's administration.
CNN has the book that everyone inside the White House and anyone outside interested in politics is either talking about, worrying about, laughing about, or furious about. Fire and Fury, Michael Wolff's White House expose. Book sourced heavily to fired White House chief strategist Steve Bannon is already rocking 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue for its portrayal of chaos and dysfunction.
Remember, I told you that the orchestrators of these events purposefully selected Trump to spiritually represent the 16th Trump of Arcana, the Trump Tower tarot card. According to those who practice divination, that card supposedly represents sudden disruptive and destructive change. This is the reason the election was orchestrated so that Trump would be elected in 2016 as the president to usher in chaos and dysfunction as the 16th Trump. There is no doubt that nuclear war will produce chaos and dysfunction. It should also be noted that the title of this bombshell book, Fire and Fury, is a reference to a statement made by Trump concerning threats which were made by North Korea's Kim Jong-un to attack America with a nuclear weapon.
We begin with North Korea. President Trump warning the regime today against making any more threats toward the U.S., with that promise that the U.S. would unleash fire and fury, the likes of which the world has never seen.
North Korea best not make any more threats to the United States. They will be met with fire and fury like the world has never seen.
On August 6, 1945, during World War II, the United States dropped the first deployed atomic bomb on Hiroshima. Previously, I've shown you how Trump's statement of fire and fury originally came from President Harry Truman after the atomic bomb was dropped on Hiroshima.
A short time ago, an American airplane dropped one bomb on Hiroshima and destroyed its usefulness to the enemy. That bomb has more power than 20,000 tons of TNT. The Japanese began the war from the air at Pearl Harbor. They have been repaid many-fold, and the end is not yet. If they do not now accept our terms, they may expect a rain of ruin from the air, the like of which has never been seen on this earth.
They will be met with fire and fury like the world has never seen.
Again, we see the theme of a nuclear bomb being dropped, a theme which is being purposefully programmed into the minds of the American public. Also on January 3rd, the same day the bomb cyclone hit the East Coast and the media began reporting on the release of the bombshell book entitled Fire and Fury, the media also reported on a tweet by Donald Trump concerning his taunt of Kim Jong-un over the size of his nuclear button.
Here's that tweet from the president that came late yesterday on North Korea. The president issuing this over Twitter saying North Korean leader Kim Jong-un just stated that the nuclear button is on his desk at all times. Will someone from his depleted and food-starved regime please inform him that I too have a nuclear button, but it is much bigger and more powerful one than his, and my button works.
After the media named this blizzard a bomb cyclone, connecting it with nuclear war through the effect of a nuclear winter, the release of the bombshell book Fire and Fury, the namesake being a direct connection to the atomic bomb which was dropped on Hiroshima, and Trump's statement concerning the nuclear button, it is clear that the American public is being predictively programmed to expect and accept the inevitability of nuclear warfare. The time is coming when all of your wealth won't be able to save you. A time when all of your earthly possessions and things that you hold so dear and in such high regard will lose their value and become worthless. A time when you will realize that all of your earthly pursuits and aspirations were done ignorantly in vain. At that time, who will save you? If you have not surrendered your life to Messiah by accepting his blood sacrifice as a propitiation for your sin, and then confess that acceptance before men, the time to do so is now. Amen. Shalom.